Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you. Battle report number 9 for War Machine Hordes. This is a 50-point battle where I'm still learning how to do scenarios and trying to figure this game out. It is I, Lord Tremendous of Cygnar, versus Ray-Ban of the Gatorman. And this game is it's I think my second, possibly third game where I'm learning scenarios and stuff like that. It is a huge shift in tactics and strategy and stuff like that, and I never really use those anyway, so I've got a serious learning curve, and the only way for me to figure this stuff out is to keep playing. So I'm enjoying it, so we keep doing it. So by all means, sit back, relax, and get ready to see how this one goes.
The Almighty says this must be a fashionable fight. It's drawn the finest people.
Here's the scenario we used. It was Mosh Pit. Basically, there's a big circle in the middle of the table, and you have to get in there and dominate it. You have to hold it, and if you hold it, after a certain turn, if you control it after a certain turn, you win, and nothing dead or wrecked or anything like that or shut down counts. So yeah, this one encourages you to get in there and beat the crud out of each other. It's really brutal. Here's my opponent's list. I forgot to take pictures of my list, but it's the same one I had in the last game. So if you check out Battle Report number 8, you'll see what my list was. But yeah, here's what he has. And a little close-up view. It's all Gatorman, ran by Bloody Barnabas. And yeah. It's a pretty neat list to watch and look at. He just bought it all, and it's unpainted, but it's all assembled. It looks good. It looks real good. And there's the rest of what he has. He's got that like wrong eye snap jaw combo and everything like that. So very neat, very unique list. Here's deployment, and for the most part, as you can see in the middle of the table there's all those little sandbags and stuff like that form a very vague circle in the middle of the play area, and that's the mosh pit. The sandbags are completely ignored for purposes of the game. It's just so that we know where the area is that we're supposed to go into and fight. That's it. There's nothing more that they do than that. I set up the way I did because, again, I just have no idea how to play this game. I'm trying. Oh, but a scholar I am not. But my whole point was I put all my jacks near the circle so I could just invade it and try to hold him off, maybe kill him out of the circle, because I think that's the idea. I have Kane behind there, and it's just absolutely crazy. I left my gun mages on the left there with the hopes that they could maybe just like snipe things for a little while in order to destroy them. Here's my opponent's right flank, which consists of a unit of heavy infantry gators with like spear things, and then Snapjaw and I don't know, some other little dude right next to him. And here's the center. He's got one of those little spitty tortoises guys. He's got the Wrestler Gator. Bloody Barnabas is behind them. And then he's got another unit of the Gator infantry guys. And the little 3-inch templates that you're seeing, those are actually shallow water markers. He gets 2 of those with his... I'm not sure if he gets it because of his caster or just because of the Gatorman. Here's my right flank, which consists of my Charger, my Sentinel, my Thunderhead, Kane, and his Squire. And here's my center, which consists of, I'm using a proxy for Strangeways, that little bagpipe wearing guy. I've got my Hammerhead, my Defender, my other Sentinel, the Baby Warcaster is behind the Defender, and then I've got my Gun Mages and Gun Mage Officer right next to them behind the hill. Here's what the board looks like at the end of Gator's turn 1. They just kind of came forward. The Wrestler is already in the center there, and yeah, luckily you don't start actually worrying about that until I think the end of turn 2, but yeah, he's already in the circle. I'm like, oh no. So we start off, and my Defender shoots at his Snapjaw guy and is able to do 6 damage to him, so that was pretty cool. And then that's it. Here's the end of my turn 1. I've got my Thunderhead, my Sentinel, and my Charger in there, and with Kray's ability with the Light Warjacks to move up, shoot, and back off, I know he's got to come to me. I figure Thunderhead is in a pretty good position to deal with that. I've got Mage Sight in the middle right there just in case something goes concealment or stealth or you can't see me. Bullcrap. Yes, I can. My hope there was that Thunderhead would be able to charge whatever gets into that little area after taking a healthy amount of shooting from the Defender and the Sentinels and the Charger. And the Hammerhead's got him backed up. I even put Arcane Shield on the Thunderhead just in case, you know. So I was trying really, really hard to be clever here. I thought I had a good setup. So here's what Gator's turn 2 looks like. His heavy infantry start coming down my left side there to go after my gun mages, which is really, really bad. And the rest of his stuff just kind of forms up on his end of the circle o mosh pit, and that's it there. Then we go into my turn, and my defender is able to get in here. I just charged. I thought being aggressive would be the smart thing to do, and I was able to kill one of those little dudes, one of the little gator dudes, so I felt pretty good about that. And then over here, the Charger and the Sentinel move up, shoot these guys a little bit, and they're all in water and stuff like that, so whatever. But I ran in, shot them up just a little bit, and I was able to do like minor damage to them, nothing significant whatsoever. So here's what the table looks like at the end of my turn two, and it's not a whole lot of difference. My gun mage is kind of lined up. The Sentinel's in front of them, and the idea was if those Gator guys get past the Defender, hopefully the Sentinel can countercharge and hold them off a little bit longer so my gun mages have time to live. Save the meat, not the machine, right? So we go into my opponent's turn, and the first thing that happens is his tortoise guy runs up and spits at my, what's it called, baby warcaster, killing him outright. I knew he could spit. He's been spitting. It just didn't occur to me that he was going to shoot down that lane and kill my baby warcaster. It was very, very smart on my opponent and very, very stupid on me. I gave him an opportunity, and he took it. What can you do? So we go into Bloody Barnes's activation, and he literally puts he pops his feet. He moves up, he pops his feet, and his feet is everyone in his control area there that or yeah, every enemy unit that's not aquatic or something like that in his control area gets knocked down. So that means every single one of my jacks, with the exception of the Sentinel on the hill, gets knocked down. Which, you know, that sucks, but I was ready for that. It's happened with Krios before. I was like, okay, that sucks. And then he's got this spell where he can put a 5-inch template of water down, and he can cast it as many times as he has Fury. If a jack that's knocked down gets water on him, he shuts down. I didn't know that. It didn't make any sense to me at all. I thought he was messing with me. Turns out, no. These steam-powered jacks, when they're knocked down, get soaked in water, shut down. They are deactivated. So I didn't know that, and so he was able to knock all my jacks down, dump water on them, and take out 5 jacks that were perfectly healthy with water balloons. Yeah, I don't like that at all, but I guess I'm not supposed to like it. Wow. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. As amazing as this tactic was, it was like getting punched in the stomach by a mule that doesn't like humans at all. I was just all the wind was knocked out of me with this. So in one turn, with one guy, with a feat and some fucking water balloons, he killed 5 jacks. I can start him back up, but the only way to do that is to move into base-to-base contact with the jacks, sacrifice your action completely for a turn so that these things can stand up. Are you fucking kidding me? So yes, I'm well aware that I'm whining like a bitch, and I apologize, but that knocked me for a loop. And before you ask, no, there's no way to do that to war beasts. They don't care. The water just makes them look springtime fresh. I'm just mind boggled at the logic train that was invented in order to get to this situation that made this possible. Steam powered jacks are able to be waterlogged. I understand how boilers work. I get it. I know there's some sort of heat source, flame apparently in this case. I get that. I'm well aware of that. But it just doesn't mesh right with me. It's like, really? Their water weakness or something? I mean, shit. I guess whenever Kador does their frozen thing, or if it rains, I guess that would be a really good time for any of the Horde's armies to attack. It's raining! Well, their jacks will be useless. Let's go! Wow! But yeah, that's what happened here. So all of my jacks, except for the Sentinel on the hill there, is shut down, and for all intents and purposes, out of action, completely useless. So then, now that the defender is completely useless, the Gatorman infantry, giggling, move up, charge into my gun mages, killing 4 of them, ignoring the sentinel pretty much completely. Luckily for me, though, my gun mages, who are just as devastated by the weather as my jacks were, are able to pass their command check, but I think it was more stunned silence than anything else. And then, for good measure, his Snapjaw guy runs up and beats on my defender a little bit. Just puts a little bit of damage on him. Not that he felt it. He was unconscious because he was taking a bath. So that's what the table looks like at the end of my opponent's turn 3. I have about 3 gun mages. I have 2 gun mages left and the officer, which is great because the defender is dead. The gun mages are engaged in combat, so if I do try to move them, one of them will get probably just murdered. The other 2, yes, they could run over and try to start up a jack if they can get to them with their normal regular movement, because you can't run and then burn in action because, life choices. Yeah, and the rest of his stuff is in the mosh pit, and if I don't get something in there by the end of my next turn, he's going to win. So I use Kanye to just, or Kane, I'm sorry, to go in there and just attempt an assassination on Bloody Barnabas real quick, and I'm able to do about 4 wounds to him. It's not enough at all, but it's all I got. There's no way I'm going to waste time starting these guys up because they'll stand up, Kane will be there, and they'll just swarm him and rip him to pieces, and that's it. So there it is. There's the end of the game. I know I have Kane in there, but I actually surrendered at the end of this turn because all he was going to do is run up and murder Kane's face with all of his alive Gator guys, and that was going to be it. That was all I could do. It wasn't even worth playing out. So I said, you know what, dude, you win this one. That is a huge, huge weakness on my jacks. Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that I learned about this and that it's an actual thing. And War Machine Hordes is not a fair game. It is not supposed to be this fair, balanced, casual game. This is a competitive game where there's loopholes and weaknesses and nuances, and it's supposed to be like that. And I got my first taste of being kicked in the mouth. I didn't like it. I won't lie to you at all. I did not like that. But I did like the challenge. I do like the idea that this game is not fair. Period. End of story. Don't say otherwise. The game isn't fair. It's not supposed to be. Page 5 in the rulebook actually pretty bluntly, and I respect page 5, don't get me wrong, tells you, hey, piss off, little Nancy boy. This game isn't fair. This game isn't supposed to be, balanced. This isn't a casual game. This game is a kick your teeth down your throat game where if you don't come full throttle amped on Monster Energy drink, you're going to lose. And I don't. I'm still learning, and I come with one arm tied behind my back because I don't have a clue what I'm doing. But I do tell my opponents to come at me like they would a master or anything like that because that's the way I learn. But this lesson hurt. I'm not going to lie to you at all. This lesson was like, ow. But I'm still enjoying the game. I'm still having fun with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not quitting or anything like that. But this was a hard lesson to learn. But you know what? We will get to the recap, or more of the recap anyway, in a second, because right now this game is done.
Please begin emergency evacuation procedures. This is not a drill.
Hey guys and gals, all you wargamer nuts. Right here, we've got an ad for Token Gal. She makes tokens for every game system, every possible requirement, every need. If it's a war game, if it's a tabletop game, if it's a board game, if it's a card game, if you need tokens, wound counters, spell counters, afflictions, hexes, augments, anything at all, send her an email. Tell her what you need. Hell, if you want certain pictures put on there, tell her what pictures you're looking for. Not only will she find it and make it, but she will charge you, really, really fair prices. And I mean really fair. Don't take my word for it, though. Send her an email. Tell her what you need. Get yourself some tokens. You're not going to regret it. And tell her Tremendous sent you. So yes, in the end, it was a defeat for Lord Tremendous. Unfortunately, Barnabas brought water balloons. Unreal. In the end, I ended up losing a journeyman caster, and my opponent lost nothing. And no, the jacks that are knocked out and waterlogged aren't considered wrecked or anything like that. They're just considered shut down, disabled, whatever. But man, it seems like every time I play this game, something new is thrown at me. And I know that sounds like a negative, but that is the exciting part to this game. For me, anyway. I mean, you might hate it, you might see it, and you're like, this is stupid, blah, blah, blah. And this game isn't supposed to be fair. This game isn't supposed to be, even ground or anything like that. Page 5 in their rule book literally tells you don't be a coward. Don't be a wimp. This game is not for the faint of heart. It literally says if you've ever said that's not balanced, that's not fair, it literally tells you to put the book down, back away slowly, and go play something else because this game is not for you. This game is brutal. It is competitive. It's got all sorts of nuances and crazy weaknesses and opportunities that are made, and you don't even know about them. Sometimes your opponent just has the tools to deal with you, and you have to know that, and I don't know anything. I am a first grader in college level courses. Oh my goodness, advanced college courses. So yeah, and I didn't do well in college. So dear God, guys, this game's not for the faint of heart. And although I did say numerous times I got kicked by a mule in this game, I enjoyed the surprise, the thrill, the oh wow, that can happen. That is a thing. And as little sense as it might make to me, them's the rules. And I'll have to adapt to that or stop playing. And I'm enjoying this game too much to stop playing. So what can you do? Like I said, I still have a long way to go before I'm even close to being competent with this system. War Machine Hordes is an amazingly deep game with new stuff presented pretty much every single game that I play, and I'm hoping that doesn't go away for a while. It's kind of nice. I don't think it's going to either, because holy God. But you know what? I'm still really enjoying the game. I just wish I desire to be better at this game, and that's really what it is. This game, if it's your cup of tea, if competitive play is your thing, your carrot, I guess, you're gonna love this game. If you're a casual player, you just want to sit down with some buddies, have some good time, do fluff lists and stuff like that. Listen, go play something else. Malifaux is a great game too. It can be competitive, but it's a lot more, fun like that. But this game is literally, it's all about aggression. It's all about, knocking your teeth down your throat. It's not for the faint of heart, so yeah, I'm loving it. I really, really am. But holy God, does it have a lot of tricks in it that I don't have a clue about. But I'm still really enjoying it. This was still a great game. As much as I complained about the game, about getting knocked down and water balloons thrown at me and all my mechs being shut down, it was just one more thing I'm gonna have to watch out for from now on when I'm playing these games, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep falling victim to it. And I know I'm gonna fall victim to it again, but it's just one of those things. It's I've got to get better, and I love that. I love that challenge. Like I said, this was a great game. My opponent is a great guy. Really enjoyed playing against him. Poor bastard. It looked like he got stuck or like got caught taking a cookie out of the jar without permission when he did it too. And I was just like, dude, I'm not upset with you. I'm upset with the situation, but I think that's the idea. I just lost 5 jacks to water balloons. That really bothers me, but it was something else. It really was. He's a really good guy, and I enjoyed our game, and I'm really looking forward to the rematch. But that's it. That's it for this battle report number 9. I know they keep getting shorter and shorter, but with the scenario games, these games don't really last that long. Mostly because I'm not using any kind of tactics. That really helps speed things up. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. As always, if you have any comments, concerns, questions, or complaints, not necessarily in that order, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. But yeah, guys, thanks.